G'day, mate. Welcome to your Aussie adventure. Welcome to VueX, y'all. Today we're going down under, taking you on a whirlwind adventure through the land of sunshine, koalas, and the outback. Yep, we're headed to Australia. Now, planning a trip to the other side of the world might seem daunting, but don't you worry. That's where we come in. We've got your back. Or should I say, your kangaroo pouch. Over the next 14 chapters, we're going to walk you through every step of an epic 2-week Australian itinerary, from the moment you land to the time you say, see you later. So buckle up, grab your sunnies and your sense of adventure, because we're about to dive headfirst into the ultimate Aussie experience. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Chapter 1. Touchdown in Sydney. Let's get settled. All right, folks, you've made it. You've touched down in the beautiful city of Sydney. First things first, let's get you situated. From the airport, you can catch a taxi or rideshare service straight to the city center, which is where you'll find most of the hotels and accommodations. Speaking of which, on average, you can expect to find a comfy hotel room for 2 people for around $150 to $300 per night, depending on the level of luxury you're after. Now, I always say there's no time to waste when you're on an adventure. So drop those bags, freshen up a bit, and let's head out to soak up some of that Sydney sunshine. Chapter 2. Sydney Harbour, Opera House, Harbour Bridge, and Darwin Harbour Delights. Y'all, get ready to be blown away. Day 1 in Sydney is all about the icons, starting with the Sydney Opera House. Hop on a ferry from Circular Quay or take a scenic stroll. The views are breathtaking. Next, head to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Climb the bridge for panoramic city views. When hungry, head to Darling Harbour. It's packed with restaurants and cafes. Seafood is a must-try here. Chapter 3. Bondi Beach. Bliss and coastal walks to remember. Good morning, sunshine. Today we're trading the city sights for the laid-back vibes of Bondi Beach. It's an iconic Aussie experience, and getting there is easy peasy. Just hop on a train from the city center and you'll be there in about half an hour. Now, Bondi isn't just about soaking up the sun, though that's definitely a must. Take a dip in the ocean, try your hand at surfing, or simply relax on the golden sand and watch the world go by. For the adventurous souls, take a walk along the Bondi Coastal Walk. It's a stunner of a trail that winds along the cliffs, offering breathtaking ocean views. Keep an eye out for whales during migration season. It's a sight you won't forget. And when hunger strikes, head to one of the many cafes or restaurants lining the beach. From fresh seafood to gourmet burgers, there's something to please every palate. Well, howdy, partners. Today, we're venturing out of the city to meet some of Australia's most adorable residents, koalas and kangaroos. We're heading to the Blue Mountains, a stunning region just a couple of hours from Sydney. You can rent a car or join a guided tour, which is a great way to learn about the area's history and wildlife. Once you reach the Blue Mountains National Park, get ready for breathtaking views of the iconic Three Sisters rock formation. Now, no trip to the Blue Mountains is complete without a visit to a wildlife park. Here, you can get up close and personal with koalas, hand-feed kangaroos, and even spot a kookaburra or two. And when you're ready for a bite to eat, head to one of the charming towns dotted throughout the mountains. Laura and Katoomba are personal favorites, with plenty of cafes, restaurants, and antique shops to explore. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to swap cityscapes for tropical landscapes. It's time to head north to Cairns, the gateway to the Great Barrier Reef. You can hop on a quick flight from Sydney, and before you know it, you'll be greeted by warm sunshine and lush rainforest. Cairns is a vibrant city with a laid-back vibe. Check into your hotel, which, by the way, will cost about the same as Sydney, then head out to explore the Cairns Esplanade. It's a bustling hub with a lagoon for swimming, markets, and plenty of restaurants. And speaking of restaurants, Cairns is a melting pot of cultures, so be sure to sample some of the local flavors. From fresh seafood to Asian-inspired dishes, your taste buds are in for a treat. Y'all ready for this? Today, we're diving into one of the world's most incredible natural wonders, the Great Barrier Reef. There are plenty of tour operators in Cairns that offer day trips to the reef. You can choose to snorkel, dive, or even take a scenic helicopter flight over this underwater paradise. Trust me, seeing the vibrant coral reefs and colorful marine life up close is an experience that will stay with you forever. Now, while you're out on the reef, be sure to slather on that sunscreen and stay hydrated. The sun up here is no joke. Mornin', folks. Today, we're trading the underwater world for the lush rainforests of Kuranda. This charming village is nestled in the rainforest-clad mountains, just a short drive from Cairns. You can reach Kuranda by car, but I highly recommend taking the scenic route, the Kuranda Scenic Railway. This historic train winds its way through the rainforest, offering spectacular views. Once you arrive in Kuranda, explore the village's markets, visit the Australian Butterfly Sanctuary, or take a ride on the Skyrail Rainforest Cableway for a bird's-eye view of the canopy. And when hunger strikes, be sure to try some bush tucker, traditional Aboriginal Australian food. You'll find plenty of unique and delicious options in Kuranda's cafes and restaurants. Hold on tight, folks, because we're about to embark on a true Aussie adventure. We're heading to the outback. Our destination is Alice Springs, the heart of Australia. Now, the best way to get there from Cairns is by plane. It's a bit of a journey, but trust me, the landscapes you'll see from the air are worth it. Alice Springs is a unique town with a rich Aboriginal history and a rugged outback charm. Once you've settled into your hotel, take some time to explore the town. Visit the Royal Flying Doctor Service Base. Learn about the region's Aboriginal art and culture at the Araluen Arts Centre, or simply soak up the atmosphere of this one-of-a-kind place. Y'all, get ready for a truly awe-inspiring experience today. We're visiting Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock. This sacred monolith is one of Australia's most iconic landmarks, and it's a sight that will leave you speechless. Now, Uluru is located in Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park, which is about a 45-minute drive from Alice Springs. You can rent a car or join a guided tour, which is a great way to learn about the cultural significance of the site. As the sun begins to set, find a comfy spot and watch as Uluru transforms into a kaleidoscope of colors. It's a magical experience that you'll never forget. Trust me, this is one sunset you don't want to miss. Good morning, adventurers. Today we're exploring another outback gem, Kings Canyon. This impressive canyon is located in Watarka National Park, about a 3-hour drive from Uluru. Now, Kings Canyon is known for its dramatic sandstone walls, lush gorges, and breathtaking views. There are several walking trails to choose from, ranging from easy strolls to more challenging hikes. If you're up for it, I highly recommend tackling the Kings Canyon Rim Walk. It's a 6-kilometer loop that takes you to the top of the canyon for panoramic views of the outback. Be sure to pack plenty of water and wear comfortable shoes, as the outback heat can be intense. And don't forget your camera. The views from Kings Canyon are simply stunning. Well, howdy folks. It's time to say goodbye to the outback and head south to Melbourne, Australia's cultural capital. You can catch a flight from Alice Springs to Melbourne, and in no time, you'll be immersed in this vibrant city. Melbourne is known for its thriving art scene, delicious food, and cool laneway culture. Once you've settled into your hotel, which, like Sydney, will cost around $150 to $300 per night, it's time to explore. Mornin' Explorers. Today we're diving headfirst into the heart of Melbourne. Our first stop is Federation Square, the city's central meeting place. It's a great spot to get your bearings, admire the architecture, and soak up the atmosphere. From there, we're going on a laneway adventure. Melbourne is famous for its hidden laneways, which are full of street art, quirky cafes, and independent boutiques. Be sure to wander down Hosier Lane, AC/DC Lane, and Degraves Street for a taste of Melbourne's unique charm. And speaking of taste, Melbourne is a coffee lover's paradise. Be sure to grab a cup of joe from one of the many specialty coffee shops dotted around the city. You won't be disappointed. Well, howdy, folks. Today, we're taking a day trip from Melbourne to Phillip Island, home to the world's smallest penguin species, the little penguins. It's about a 90-minute drive from Melbourne to Phillip Island, and the best way to get there is by car. Once you arrive, spend some time exploring the island's rugged coastline, visit the Koala Conservation Center, or take a surfing lesson at one of the many beaches. But the highlight of any trip to Phillip Island is the penguin parade. As the sun begins to set, thousands of little penguins emerge from the ocean and waddle up the beach to their burrows. It's a truly magical experience that you'll never forget. And just like that, our Australian adventure comes to an end. Can you believe it's been 2 weeks? From the iconic Sydney Opera House to the heart of the outback and the penguin parade on Phillip Island, we've covered some serious ground. When it comes to packing, remember light, breathable clothing, a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, insect repellent, comfortable shoes, and a swimsuit. Australia's weather varies greatly depending on the region and time of year. Expect warm to hot weather in summer and mild to cool in winter. Now, let's talk about the average total cost for 2 people. Accommodation, $2,500. Domestic flights, $1,500. Car rental, $800. Food, $1,400. Activities, $1,600. Total average, $7,500 to $9,500 Australian dollars. Remember, this is just a guide and ultimately depends on your budget and interests. I tell ya, Australia holds a special place in my heart, and I hope this itinerary has inspired you to experience its wonders for yourself. Now, if you're looking for a different kind of Aussie adventure, say, exploring the West Coast or the stunning Tasmania, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to VueX for more travel inspiration. Until next time, safe travels from VueX.